Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Shashi Bhushan Kumar. Basically, I am a computer teacher. I belong to Patna, Bihar, but I have been passionate about English since long. So I have created a channel, Bolo English Academy. It is totally dedicated to English learners. Here I make conversational videos for those who want to begin this journey, want to learn English through real conversation. In this video, I have discussed with a JEE aspirant of Bihar so that you can also learn and enjoy this video and practice along with us. So without any further ado, let's get started. Hi Mayank, how are you?
I'm totally fine, sir.
Okay, well, so before moving ahead, I would like to introduce yourself so that our viewers may have a little idea about you. So please introduce yourself, Mayank.
My name is Mayank Maurya. I am currently 12th passed and I am currently waiting for my entrance exam results. As I was really busy in my exam preparation, I didn't give much thought to my hobbies. But as far as it goes, I think it's mostly trying to study what people around me might be thinking or what they might want to be doing.
Okay. So basically,
I
you are
think
an
that's
engineering student.
yes, sir. I was a JEE aspirant. I'm
Okay.
going to be an engineer.
Okay. All
If it
right.
goes well.
Well. So when did you realize that you have to go in engineering field?
Actually, I never realized it was something that was kind of like imposed onto me, but when the time actually came to prepare for it seriously, then I thought that it's not like I have anything much in my mind, so why not give it a try?
Wow. Great. So do you really enjoy engineering, studying science, mathematics, and all?
It was interesting in the beginning, but as the subject got deeper, as I studied more deep in deep concept, deep questions, then it got really frustrating by the
Frustrating.
end of it.
Okay. So then, if it is frustrating, then how will you become an engineer?
I think that anything or any kind of passion that looks interesting or is only interesting from the surface, but when we actually dive deep into that, it
Mhm.
doesn't remain interesting anymore. So we have to do it either way.
Okay. So I would like to know more about your engineering career. Like, what will be your domain? Means, if any genre that you wish to go into.
Currently, I am aiming to obtain CSE Computer Science and Engineering in an one of the old IITs. There are totally seven old IITs, and
Mhm.
if not, then I'm in the new gen IITs. I'm aiming for IIT Indore, and if I don't get even the IIT Indore, then I won't be taking admission in an engineering college.
Hmm.
And as far as it goes for CSE, I think I would do some specialization in cyber security department.
Okay. So, you said about cyber security. I wanted to explore a bit more about cyber security as our viewers might be knowing about, what it all about cyber security is.
I myself even don't have much idea about it, but from the basic structure, I think it is something regarding the security in our system. It is made to protect our privacy, our private information like bank account details, our private photos that might be used in some really bad manner if it got into bad hands. So, in order to protect those, we create a cybersecurity team which handle all of this stuff related to the security of our privacy.
Okay. So, okay, because you are a very young, energetic engineering student, I would like to know about AI. That AI is the buzz in the city these days. People usually talk about AI every time, most of the time. And also, they say that AI is gonna grab their jobs. Means people are going to lost their jobs because of AI technology. So what is your take on about this?
I really think I have a really positive thoughts regarding the development and booming of this AI system. And I know that it will replace too many jobs and many people might get unemployment, but that's just a small change that we are going to be observing in the near future.
When I watch some YouTube channels, then people usually talk, they are experts in their domain, and they talk about what is the relevant of study means current curriculum. After a certain period of time, there will not be any relevant, means people will not be able to get a job that they learned so far because of AI. The technology is changing at a very rapid mode. So here is a question, not only for students, even parents are, a bit confused that what should they study to make them future ready. In future, they can get a job easily because when AI is still in developing mode, so they are not, able to configure out for future what to study, what should be the curriculum. Do you have any idea? What do you think about it?
I think as every department and any kind of work is going to be involving AI some way or other in near future, that is why every person pursuing to become anything must have even a little bit or slight knowledge of how AI works and how it can be of their own personal use. It's about
Hmm.
matching food with the changing society, not actually totally denying it.
Okay, all right. So, Meg, you can tell me something about apart from your curriculum or your career, what do you want to do in your spare time?
As for now, in my spare time, I want to learn and improve my English communication skills. And apart from that, I would also like to learn some programming languages, starting with Python.
Mm-hmm. And again, it is said that in future, no need to learn any coding because everything is being done by AI or any like Chat GPT and other AI tools. So, will it be relevant to learn any coding?
Yes, sir, absolutely. Because without knowing the basics, we cannot do anything bigger from that.
Okay. You mean to say that once you know the basics, you can manipulate it. You should be able to know, how to use it in a proper way, in a well manner.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what is all about your hobbies, man?
Actually, I do not have much of hobbies, guys. I
Mhm.
never think or never thought about it, about what should I do, because I was always an average student, so most of my time went into my studies. So I never given it much thought. But in the meantime,
Mhm.
I started a kind of like a habit to observe and analyze what people around me might be thinking or what they might be wanting to do in the next 2 seconds, in the next few hours. It just
Mhm.
kind of interests me trying to study people without asking them anything.
Interesting. So I have two relevant questions. Like number one, that you said that you didn't develop any, hobbies because you have been into studies and studies all the time, most of the time. Don't you think that once you get a job, then if you don't have any interest in anything, you'll be only a money-making machine. So you are a human. And as a human behavior, we should live our life, fully. I mean, there should be an entertainment, joy, happiness, a kind of rhythm, music, dance, and, intermingle with the people. And secondly, you were talking about, you are quite interested in human behavior. So these are,
Yes,
totally correlated thing. So what you want to say means, how do you observe people, as you were saying that you are interested in? This is your cup of tea to know more about human behavior. What is your observation so far? What do you think about human behavior or nature?
it's not just their way of thinking, it's their body language that reflects a little too much about any person. Their facial expression, the way they show their hands, the movements of their hand, the movements of their lips, the
Mhm,
movements of their eyebrows and their uh, eye plucks when they speak. It all reflects a particular kind of persona that gives
mhm,
off a different vibe about, oh, this is the kind of this person is.
mhm. Great. So it's a kind of psychology. Means, you can read a
Yes, sir.
person's mind after having seen their body posture, gesture, facial expression, and the way of communication and all. Okay. So,
Yes, sir. But if they are really good at faking it, then it's a different case. Like big actors or
yeah.
experienced people,
So do you think,
because they have learned the art of manipulating their facial expressions.
yeah, absolutely. But don't you think that even these days, a common people are doing so? This is very, hard nut to crack, to bifurcate, who is acting or who is, uh, means really they are doing their emotions actually playing. Is it quite easy these days to understand people's behavior?
No, I won't say it's easy, but I'm still learning.
Okay, you are learning. All right. Uh, okay. So what will you do after learning about people's behavior? Will it be helpful in your career, or how will you be able to use it in your life once you get to know that how people react, how people behave?
It's just that it's in my nature that I want to stay away from people that I don't like. So I think it would be really helpful to select whom do I should I stay with and whom should I stay away from.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what do you think that what are the reasons actually to change a person's behavior? How why they change their behavior?
I have studied a little bit about it, and from what I have studied,
Mm-hmm.
I think no, I don't think it's actually true that about 50% of a human's personality comes from their own genetics. That's mean it was described in that book that a human personality is like a drawing in which the basic portrait it comes from genetics and the colors that we feel comes from the experiences of life. So even if a person might change with time, with experience, but the core personality within them remains the same because of their genetics.
Mm-hmm. What is the impact
So
of?
pe-
Okay, go on.
so people might change, but something within them always remains the same.
Mm-hmm. All right. And what is the role of circumstances? Circumstances are.
The circumstances just change the intensity of about by which they represent a particular trait. It's like, let's say somebody gets angry really easily,
Mhm.
and now few years later he learned to control it. But it's not like he don't get angry now. He still gets angry. It's just that he learned to how to
Mm,
suppress this anger.
interesting. But they right now, but they now know, how to overcome this, how to control the anger.
Yes, sir. They
Okay.
just know how
Mhm.
to control, but they can't eliminate it because it's in themselves.
Because it's obvious, it happens.
Yes, sir.
All right. And people talk about, once a person gets success or abundance of money, and maybe, after marriage, really, they change their behavior. So is it true for everyone, or those who don't know how to deal with this, they usually means, vulnerable to be like that? Means, change personality after getting success, money, or other things.
I think as far as for marriage,
Mhm.
it mostly affects women because it's a total change of house. It's a total change of living condition.
Mhm.
That is why their personality might change a lot. And as far as success, it is something that can change anybody. It's if you have power, you have money, it just reflects the true personality of a human being, I think.
Mhm.
Because when they have power, money, they don't need people to be around them. So they don't need to fake their emotions anymore because they are independent now. So it just reflects their true colors in power and money.
Okay, well said. So, as you are observing people and different situations, and I hope you are not married yet.
Yes, sir. Obviously, I want to marry at
Okay,
17.
all right. So, but what is your opinion that suppose a person get married? So, after marriage, do they really change, or this is the side effect of marriage life? Because of because she goes under the influence of a woman, now he changed his behavior. Is it true? It is totally depend on a woman, or any person can himself decide how to behave with the family members or the society or with the friends. So what is your observation? Though even you are not married, but I think we are social animals. We live in a society, so we do have understanding of what happens usually.
So, as far as I think, being able to change their own personality is something that only people with very high self awareness can do. Those people who act subconsciously more and consciously less have less tendency to show a change in their behavior. And unfortunately, as far as our country, most of the people act subconsciously. There are very few people who actually thinks before acting. So
Mhm.
those kinds of people are find it really difficult to change themselves. So in most cases, they remain the same as they are. As I said earlier, it's just that the intensity changes. In some cases, people learn to control their emotions, so it may go well, but when people do not learn to control, we see all the disastrous things happening in a house after marriage.
Hmm. It totally depends on the people's behavior. Though people think some people think that they're successful, some people think they are not successful because of many reasons. Uh, It might be because they're not getting a relevant job or sufficient money, or they're not having a very good health. But those who live in a very cool and calm family, so I think they are more happier than the person who is having a lot of money, but they are not at peaceful at their homes. So how people's behavior is so much important in this present era, where people are just fighting each other in order to go ahead, in order to compete unnecessarily. Are you trying to understand means what I want to say? How people's behavior are
Maybe
so much important. So how to deal with miss this is me that I can control everyone, or other persons also influence us. Circumstances also influence us. So how to
it
deal
is somewhere
in
in
this
between.
situation? Mhm.
I think being able to control ourselves is somewhere in between being able to control ourselves and the circumstances. It's like it's not like we can write our own answers. Due to
Mhm.
circumstances, we are given too many options, and among which our part is to choose the best one.
Mhm. You know, this is also said that those who are very educated person, they know how to live their lives better, and those who are illiterate. But this is my observation that it is totally different. thought that whether it's a illiterate or educated or not educated, it depends, how do you know, uh, how do you have behavioral attitude, means how can you play with emotions, how can you maintain the peace and harmony of your home. So these are the things, not, this is not taught in the schools and universities and colleges. So how to make them
I,
learn? Yes.
as far as how to make them learn is something I really find difficult to answer.
Yeah.
Because when people grow up, they like say, let's say you are head of your family,
Mhm.
then they believe that I am the head of my family. I don't need to listen to anybody.
Yes,
And the
right, right.
person who doesn't want to learn, the person who doesn't want to listen to anybody, won't ever change, because they believe that they are the best
Hmm.
and they are enough, because nobody is enough or sufficient in themselves, but they believe that they are. So it is really difficult to change those kinds of people who just shuts their door toward new possibilities.
Correct, correct. They think that I'm okay. I no need to have any changing in myself. Means their hard disk are full with their own instructions, own data. They don't want to, update themselves. Right, okay. But the new
Yes,
person, they know, how to update, how to learn. There is always a room for improvement. So it's okay. This is how, a society goes. We have to go accordingly. But if you want to really change, or if you want to see changes, then you can hope only for the youngsters. Those are ready to learn. Or if you want to install something, then you can do it for young minds, your children, right behavior, the relevant things. But it's okay. All right. We discussed a lot of things today, and your career, humans behavior and your hobbies. So, Mayank, where do you find yourself after 5 years from here?
mhm, that's a really tough question. Because I have too many choices right now.
Mhm.
Like my result is on 2 June, 2nd June. So
Okay.
if everything goes well, I would probably be an engineer. But if everything doesn't go well,
Mhm.
then there are different choices. Maybe I would be preparing for some teacher examination, or maybe I would be doing masters in technology, or maybe I
Mhm.
would be pursuing PhD, because my basic aim was to become an engineer. But if the entrance exam doesn't go well,
Mhm.
then things might change very drastically as far as I plan.
Hmm. Okay. Means too early to predict right now that where will you go after 5 years. So I asked you at random. No worries. Just go according to your plan, and wishing you all the best wishes for your bright future. Thank you very much, man, for being with me here, and hope you will do better. And I learned a lot from you, especially about your critical thinking and very minute detail that you have in your brain. Definitely, you are having an engineering brain. So wish you all the best wishes once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, take care. Bye bye.